While everybody focused on Kingston, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios, something incredible was happening in the parish they call the Garden Parish. Right now, as you watch this video, property values in St. Mary are climbing faster than anywhere else in Jamaica. International investors are quietly buying up land. Major hotel chains are breaking ground on billion-dollar resorts. In the next 3 years, this parish will create over 15,000 new jobs and transform into Jamaica's newest economic powerhouse. If you're Jamaican, you need to know what's happening in St. Mary. Because what's coming will change the entire North Coast forever. For decades, this was the parish everybody passed through but nobody talked about. You drive from Kingston to Ocho Rios, zip right through Montego Bay and Port Maria, and never think twice about it. St. Mary was known for three things: beautiful scenery, banana farming, and being the garden parish. Meanwhile, tourists flocked to St. James. Developers built in St. Anne. And St. Mary? It stayed quiet, almost forgotten, but something shifted. And when I show you what's happening right now, you're going to understand why smart money is flooding into this parish. In Boscobel, the Ian Fleming International Airport has gone from being called a white elephant to becoming what officials now call the gateway to 8,000 hotel rooms and villas. American Airlines started with twice weekly flights, then announced daily flights starting December 2024. Think about what that means. Daily direct flights from Miami to a parish that most people still sleep on. Before, tourists had to fly into Montego Bay or Kingston, then drive for hours. Now, direct flights into St. Mary. That changes everything. Plans are advancing to establish a special economic zone on 20 acres near the airport, plus a Boscobel integrated business center on 30 acres that will create up to 2,500 jobs. For those who don't know, a special economic zone is where companies get major tax breaks, duty-free imports, and special incentives. This is how you attract Fortune 500 companies and serious international investment. The Boscobel Center will offer 150,000 square feet of space for commercial activities, warehousing, and even facilities to train pilots. This isn't small-time development. This is infrastructure that changes everything. Now let's talk hotels, because what's coming to St. Mary will blow your mind. Sugarcane Bay, a $1 billion United States dollars multi-resort development, will create 10,000 permanent jobs, attract 375,000 visitors annually, and generate $850 million yearly to the economy. Read those numbers again: 10,000 jobs, from one development. Two more major hotels are under construction near the St. Mary border: Royalton Chic Jamaica Paradise Cove and a new Secrets Resorts and Spa with 715 rooms, creating approximately 1,600 jobs. And here's the thing: all these tourists aren't staying put. They're exploring St. Mary's beaches, buying from St. Mary's vendors, eating at St. Mary's restaurants, booking St. Mary's tours. Right now, you can still find half-acre lots in places like Boscobel for under 200,000 United States dollars. But that window is closing fast. In nearby St. Anne, new homes in developments like the Gates of Edge Hill start from $344,995 USD, just 15 minutes from Ocho Rios and 8 minutes from Ian Fleming Airport. Developers see what's coming. China Harbour Engineering Company is developing a major gated residential complex in Mammy Bay, St. Anne, with expected profound economic impact through job creation and local contractor opportunities. I've been tracking listings for 2 years. Properties that sat on the market for months now sell within weeks. Asking prices are climbing, and most telling, cash buyers from the diaspora are swooping in. That's always the signal. When diaspora Jamaicans, people who understand international property markets, start buying up land in an area, that area is about to boom. Here's what really tells you a transformation is coming: the government is pouring money into St. Mary's infrastructure. Major roadworks have been completed to key attractions, and the government allocated $600 million specifically for water supply enhancements in St. Mary as part of a $5 billion plus investment program in 2025. Think about that: $600 million just for water infrastructure in one parish. That's not maintenance money, that's we're preparing for massive growth money. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the National Housing Trust announced plans to construct 43,000 housing units island-wide, with significant development planned for St. Mary. When you see this level of government commitment, airport expansion, special economic zone, water infrastructure, road improvements and housing, this is a coordinated national strategy. Between the airport expansion, the special economic zone, the hotel developments, and all the supporting businesses that will spring up, we're talking about over 15,000 direct and indirect jobs in the next few years. MP Robert Montague shared that training centres are already being set up across St Mary in Gale, Mount Angus, Windsor Castle, Boscobel, Galena and Valleybush to prepare residents for the coming opportunities. The government understands that jobs are coming, and they're making sure St Mary residents are ready to take them. Let's talk about something economists call the multiplier effect, because it's not just about hotel jobs. When a major hotel opens, it doesn't just hire housekeepers and front desk staff. It needs farmers to supply produce, transportation for employees and guests, entertainment, tour operators, craft vendors, construction workers, electricians, plumbers, landscapers, security, and laundry services. Every hotel worker spends their salary in the community at shops, schools, on home improvements, local transportation, food vendors. As MP Montague explained, more economic activity means the whole region will be uplifted. The hardware store will sell more. More people with new incomes will build houses or add to what they have. Property values will increase. Yes, this is shared prosperity. One job creates 3 more. One hotel sparks 20 new businesses. Think about 15,000 new workers. They need housing, daily transportation, affordable meals, childcare, entertainment, retail shops, barbershops, hair salons, gyms, and more. The big resorts handle tourists. But somebody needs to handle the workers and the growing local population. That's where small businesses and entrepreneurs come in. I'm not here to paint everything as perfect, because it's not. The St. Anne Chamber of Commerce has identified critical issues: expanding port capacity, enhancing road networks to reduce congestion, and revitalizing the Ocho Rios waterfront. Traffic is already a problem. Roads weren't built for this level of development. While the government is investing in upgrades, construction takes time. There's also the challenge of preserving what makes St. Mary special: the natural beauty, the rivers, the beaches, the community feel. When an area develops this fast, prices go up. Rent increases, food costs more, property taxes rise. Chamber President Dr. Ransford Davidson acknowledged that the rising cost of living and supply chain disruptions strain both businesses and consumers, even as the area experiences economic growth. For some residents, especially those on fixed incomes or in low-wage jobs, this development could price them out of their own parish. Hurricane Melissa in October 2025 delivered torrential rains exceeding 25 mm per hour in Port Maria, triggering flash floods and landslide threats. St. Mary's development needs to be climate resilient, or we're building expensive structures that the next big storm will damage. These are real challenges, but acknowledging them doesn't mean opportunity isn't real. It means we need to be smart about how we approach it. St. Mary sits in the sweet spot. Close enough to Ocho Rios to benefit from tourism infrastructure, far enough that land is still affordable. Beautiful North Coast beaches without overdevelopment. St. Mary has inventory available coastal land that's not locked up in existing developments. In Montego Bay and Ocho Rios, good coastal land is scarce and expensive. In St. Mary, it's still available. The government has made a strategic decision to develop St. Mary. The airport, special economic zone, infrastructure improvements, this is coordinated development, not coincidence. Jamaica's tourism represented 22% of GDP in 2024 and remains the biggest driver of growth. Post the pandemic, people want to travel and want authentic experiences with modern amenities. St. Mary delivers both. Remote work is attracting long-term visitors and diaspora returnees. St. Mary offers lower cost of living than Kingston or Montego Bay with better quality of life. If you're looking for where the jobs will be, pay attention to St. Mary. Get trained in hospitality, logistics, business administration, tech. Position yourself now for opportunities coming in the next 2 to 3 years. New workers need affordable housing, transportation, food services, childcare, entertainment, retail. St. Mary offers North Coast living at a fraction of St. James costs, with international airport access growing. infrastructure, and property values with room to appreciate. Buy now while it's affordable. St. Mary today is where St. Anne was 15 years ago. The window is 2 to 3 years before prices reflect full potential. St. Mary Parish is about to experience a transformation unlike anything we've seen in Jamaica in decades. As Transport Minister Darrell Vaz predicted, Ian Fleming Airport will become the gateway to 8,000 hotel rooms and villas, and every single resident of St. Mary stands to benefit from the economic opportunities this will bring. The question isn't whether this transformation will happen. The infrastructure is being built. The investments are being made. The plans are in motion. The question is, will you be positioned to benefit from it? Whether you're looking for jobs, business opportunities, investment potential, or just understanding how Jamaica is evolving, St. Mary is the story you need to follow. The garden parish is about to bloom. And smart Jamaicans are already planting their seeds. What are you going to do? Drop a comment and tell us, have you visited St. Mary recently? Are you considering investing or moving there? What questions do you have about the development? Share this video with any Jamaican who needs to know what's happening. And subscribe because we'll be following St. Mary's transformation every step of the way.